Khorne here, and today I'll be sharing with you my opinion on why I love/hate the Champions of Chaos. The Warriors of Chaos were one of the races I was most excited to see fixed in Warhammer 3, and I must say the changes met my expectations. We received new lords, new mechanics, mostly new units, and a new way to play the Warriors of Chaos. I absolutely love how you can build your armies to fit whatever theme you want. Whether you desire an army purely dedicated to Khorne, or want to add some Nurgle love in to make it even stronger. There are truly no limits what you can do with the Warriors of Chaos armies now. I appreciate the way they designed the Dark Fortresses, and how you have the option to Empire build without being forced to, thanks to tier 1 settlements alongside your Dark Fortresses, and gaining unique bonuses from resource buildings. My only issue with their settlements is that they lack unique landmarks, and I would really like to see them gain some. I also admire how they can vassalize every faction in the game, allowing you to ally with any faction instead of being limited by the fact you're playing a Chaos race. Now onto some criticism. The dedication to the Dark Gods mechanic feels a bit mixed to me. You usually start off with 1 or 2 slots, but there aren't many good boons that I want. There are really only 1 or 2 options from each god, and I usually choose Undivided because the rest aren't that useful. Combined with the fact my Warriors of Chaos campaigns don't last very long, I rarely even access most of these boons during my campaigns. Moreover, it takes too long to research the slots for these boons. The fact that most Warriors of Chaos lords can't confederate is a significant drawback to me. While Akka and Belko can confederate the other legendary lords, the way they do this is extremely unreliable. In many of my Belko campaigns, I attempt to confederate Festus, but he ends up with just 1 settlement that isn't a Black Fortress, and some other faction finishes him off. This type of confederation is extremely frustrating, both in the process and in the overall gameplay. They should either implement a substantial confederation mechanic, or provide missions for confederating legendary lords, similar to how Chaos Dwarves can confederate in the Tower of Zar, or how Dirthu has unique missions to confederate the other Wood Elves. However, the most significant flaw in this DLC is the Champions of Chaos themselves, as their campaigns often feel like nothing more than gimmicks. Now don't get me wrong, starting a Valkyria campaign and enjoying the role of a mortal dedicated to Khorne can be entertaining. But for me it's only fun for the first few dozen turns. After that it becomes monotonous and repetitive. The same applying to Azazel in Village. My issue with these lords is that compared to their demon counterparts, their campaigns tend to be dull. I found the first 20 turns of my Valkyria campaign enjoyable, but afterwards it became uninteresting and tedious. You are essentially cut off from most of the Warriors of Chaos units, and only receive a small compensation in the form of a less effective version of bloodletting. In Skarbrand's campaign, bloodletting is an essential mechanic that ties into how your faction operates, but in Valkyria's campaign, it's lackluster and barely noticeable. If Khorne Authority could go above 10, and if her bloodletting ability provided more than just 3 Khorne Authority when fully maxed out, it might be more impactful and engaging to use. At present I see no reason to choose a weaker Khorne focused faction, when there's a superior one that offers a more enjoyable experience. My suggestion is not to nerf Skarbrand so that Valkyria can be better, but rather to elevate Valkyria to Skarbrand's level. The same principle applies to Village. Although Azazel shares the same version of Slanesh vassalization, it still manages to feel inferior to playing as Nakari. Festus presents an interesting situation, as he features an improved version of the plagues. While symptoms are the same, and there are fewer of them, the base plagues themselves actually provide benefit for your armies and not just disadvantages for the AI. Therefore, if you're interested in a Nurgle focused campaign, I sincerely recommend playing as Festus, as he handles plagues better than Kugath. With all that being said, I do enjoy playing as the Warriors of Chaos, but my enjoyment is mostly confined to Belagor's campaign, as it's the most engaging and interactive out of all the Warriors of Chaos campaigns. Archaon comes in a close second, but I tend to lose interest in Archaon campaign really early on, usually not progressing past turn 40, since the campaign is too easy and it takes too long to unlock all the boon slots, making it lack flavor present in Belagor's campaign. However, these are just my thoughts. What are your opinions on the matter? Do you find the gimmick campaigns more enjoyable than the demonic counterparts, or the campaigns of Belagor and Archaon? Or like me, do you wish they had more to offer? If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and until next time.